All right. I'm not going to show you the front because it's actually got info on it that matters.
Yes.
Okay. Jared, what are you doing?
I'm watching some racing.
You should pause your Formula One because I have a question for you.
Okay.
Ready? Whoosh.
It's
Da, da, da,
the new pocket.
da, 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 da. What do you think?
Look, you could.
This is the first time you touched. Well, you touched it this morning, but what do you think? First impressions.
First impressions are it's like almost like a 5D Mark II, like weight wise.
As far as weight wise.
Has a huge screen. Like I want to like actually just go out and take pictures with it.
You can actually. It's hold on. Let me just wipe off the lens. That's probably better.
That's better.
There is a photo button. It takes DNGs, but they're only 4K.
That's fine.
But it's pretty cool. You can just go and it'll snap DNGs just based off of your settings. So you can do
autofocus.
It does autofocus better than the previous ones. I don't know what system it uses for autofocus, but it does use it. It's not amazing. It's fine for just checking.
This
your
is
focus.
a manual lens that's on here.
No, that's all. That's a little Olympus Auto.
Oh, okay, let's give it a try here.
Oh,
Where's the autofocus?
there's a button on the back that's the autofocus, or you touch on the back of the screen. And
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
That's
So
not
how does
bad.
it feel? I've had some people say, "Oh, the build quality is no good. It feels like a piece of plastic." What's your thoughts on that?
Like it feels good in the hands.
I don't. Well, picking it up, I mean, when I first felt the GH2 and the GH3, I was like, wow, these cameras feel like toys. But you know what? They are meant to be small, lightweight, easy to, they're not. I mean, I don't think they're built like tanks. But I don't think there's any problem with them. But I don't feel like there's any kind of
No,
lack in build quality. I think it feels fine. It does feel like a piece of plastic because it's.
I mean, it's not a magnesium 5D Mark IV body, but
Right.
like if you want like stuff that's 422 and you're traveling, like this is amazing.
So far, what little bit I've done with it, everyone complains about there's no flip out screen, which, it'd be nice to have a bit of tilt action, but at the same time, it's really not that big a
And
deal.
it's a nice screen.
It is a nice screen. It's even nicer, I think, than their
Yeah.
previous Focus, like 5-inch LCDs. I think it's the next version. It basically feels like I'm looking at my Ursa, not the Ursa Pro, because the Ursa Pro LCDs sucked.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare this to the old pocket camera,
It's night and day, I think, compared to the old pocket camera. And then as far as reaching all the buttons and menus, it's super easy, even more easy than the big Ursa, not the Ursa Pro, but everything's kind of right there.
yeah.
I like how you can go into like a mode on the back of the camera with your thumb, and then the little twisty wheel right here lets you cycle through the options, and then you just click it in to select it.
The touch to focus is actually surprising. I didn't know this feature was going to be on here.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And
That's
then
surprising.
for a little while, I thought that the 1-to-1 punch-in had been taken out because I couldn't figure out where it was, but they actually just moved it to a button.
Where is that? This?
Yeah, the plus. But yeah, very lightweight. I was very, very pleased how light it is. Right now it's wearing just a little Micro Four Thirds lens, but this is perfect for low-key documentary, for traveling. So you can get an amazing image traveling. It feels exactly like an Ursa once you get the footage back into Premiere and whatnot. It's got little strap handles for like
Yeah.
putting a camera strap on it.
You see, how do you where is just a regular, because on the Ursa, there's a menu button.
It's the lines, so it's basically the menu.
Oh yeah, it looks, I mean, it's same
Exactly
as
the same.
Ursa menu. So the Ursa probably is the best, I think, menu
So-
out of the FS7.
Playback, menu, punch in, high frame rate, which is a nice button. You can set your high frame rate options, and as you click in that, it's kind of like a preset. It jumps into your high frame rate mode, which is nice instead of having to run through menus. Focus, iris, those are autos, which you can or don't have to use. Obviously, touchscreen, everything else is the same here. But on the top, we have our obviously on-off button, And then we have 3 function keys. I think I have false color, a LUT off and on, and then focus peaking. And then you have your white balance, shutter, ISO, stills button. It feels, I mean, it just feels awesome.
Yeah, because I do a lot of audio, so I sold my Ursa for $1,200.
Yeah, I think 1,300 if, depending where you get it at the end of the day.
Be able to get raw, lossless 4:1 in 4K DCI for $1,200.
I don't think you can find anything better.
No.
And the battery is a, regular Canon battery that everyone's kind of used to. It only lasts about an hour on a good battery, but that's, if you have a pocket full of those, you're gonna be fine. And if you wanna go longer, you can hook it up to V-mount.
Focus to my face.
Yeah, you're not gonna do any vlogging with it, but
No,
if you use the word vlogging, you shouldn't be using this camera anyway.
I'm showing people the
Touch to focus.
touch to focus on my face.
You wanna go the back wall,
Yeah.
and now face. You might be too dark.
Oh, so it's
Oh,
focused
there
on
it
my
is.
nose.
Yeah, it's getting it.
So that's a cool feature because touch to focus, and especially, I mean, it probably won't track, like there's no tracking. So like if you have it on a slider,
Yeah.
and you're bringing it in and out, that won't work. But it'll just hit it and go.
I'm guessing that will work through a Metabones. I haven't. That's one thing I need to get is the Metabones so we
Oh, it
can
has
throw
a
the
scroll wheel?
Sigmas on
What's
there.
a scroll wheel? What do you tell the scroll wheel?
So the scroll wheel's nice because initially it'll do like ISO.
Oh, ISO. There you go.
And then if you want to, once you go into one of the menus, like
iris.
up here, or sorry, the iris, yeah, it's ISO if you're on a manual lens. If you go into one of the options to change like your ISO or a shutter or something like that, if you just want to select it on the back, like I'll use my thumb and I'll go into one of the modes. But if I'm still shooting, I want to be able to.
That's
I
cool.
change it with the.
Oh, it goes to
clicky wheel.
20,000.
Yeah, so this is the dual ISO, right? So you'll have, well, I think the initial one is 800 and then 3200 are the 2 native ISOs, I believe. So it goes up to a point and then it cuts off, and then it resets its noise floor at 3200.
So that's kind of startling for Blackmagic to be able to have ISO options with Blackmagic.
Yeah, so low light, I mean, you're still gonna get some noise, but the problems with low light are in the past. So,
That's cool. Ben, what do you think?
About what?
Exactly.
That camera?
I just had to have
Hot seat.
a funny button for the end of the video. Yeah, because
was
they
a
don't know who
video
you are.
happening?
We're doing a video for YouTube.
Oh.
yes.
Now
your
you're
channel?
now you're in
Yes.
it.
Because I followed your channel.
My channel?
Yeah.
You did? I haven't made a video in forever.
I know.
the
Guys, don't follow me. I don't make videos.
stereo mics, you made a couple good ones. The
couple.
stereo mics are actually pretty good, especially for just generic like ambient talking. Like we could do this video probably shooting on this camera with these mics and feel okay about it. It won't be anywhere close to like a loft. They do have this front-facing record button, which I'm not quite sure what it's for. Other than if it's in a rig, sometimes it's nice to have options for buttons. But of course, you can always do the touch screen. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I have no cards. Ha! There's no cards in here. Oh yeah, and then obviously the cards. Everyone knows this, but there's your CFast, your SD, XSD. What's it called? The fast ones.
The SD
X, SD.
SC. I don't know.
I don't know. And then obviously the USB-C on the side where you can go into an SSD, which is pretty cool. So all in all, I'm quite excited and impressed to have this like fly on the Ronin or some other kind of thing, or so
You can
be
put
so
that
nice to
on
put
the
it-
new Ronin S, and it's gonna be.
I've seen some guys balance it. It's a little wide, but I've seen some guys compensate. And then also, I'm super stoked for like throwing on a Syrup or a Rhino and not having to worry about that weight issue anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Be able to match up to your A camera.
Exactly. So, anyway, finally shipped. I got it a couple days ago. Had it pre-ordered on the Adorama.
Adораmas.
This one will do. What do I try?
It'll do one of-
Bluetooth. This will do Bluetooth.
And it'll do up to 120.
It'll do 120 at 1080p mirrored, or not mirrored, windowed.
So which takes you down to Super 16, which is the same as the Ursa.
Yeah.
Ursa goes Super 16 when you go 120.
And I slapped the same LUT on here that I use for my Ursa, and it looks, the sensor, besides being a size difference, the sensor looks pretty much the same. So matching these cameras is going to be super easy. I'm quite excited.
I'm excited.
Now, if it was only 6K, is it too early to start complaining about that
Well, you'll get
And
a
hoping that
6K
it-
dual ISO in the Ursa 2.
in the Ursa 2 NAB?
NAB.
We'll see.
When is NAB? March?
April, we're gonna go.
Maybe.
You're gonna want to look at sound stuff.
Hey, I still like camera stuff. I'm sorry, Dad. I disappointed you. I'm a sound guy now.
You were always a sound guy inside. You just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I was once a sound guy.
I still gaff though.
Okay, we'll give that. We'll let that.
Okay.
Let it slide. All right, excited. to Actually, look at some footage, and yeah,
If you can't find it in your garage, I borrowed it because I actually don't have. I don't even have a camera right now. 7D's gone. Ursa's gone. I do have my S9 Plus with the Moment lenses. That's the only thing I have to make a YouTube video. I can see the disappointment in your eyes.
pretty much.
All right.
We should probably get some work done. We're shooting over there. Eventually.